Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beach. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, what would Goku say to Bardock if he see him? What would he say to his dad? There's a lot of things I think he would say to Bardock. When it comes down to it, Goku and his father would have, big conversations. I think they would talk to each other a lot because Goku has become this great warrior. He's become a legend. He's become a powerful person. I think that if he sit down with Bardock, he would talk about everything. He would talk about Dragon Ball. He would talk about Dragon Ball Z. He would talk about Dragon Ball Super. It would be a lot of information. And no, he can't talk about GT because GT's not canon. But if you want to go with the GT canon, I'm pretty sure he would talk to Bardock there as well. And talk to Bardock about what he's done there. Now, when it comes down to it, Goku and Bardock, if these two were to talk to one another, now they're different. Now, the Bardock that we came across, there's a difference now. And what I mean by that is the Bardock that we knew is different from the Bardock that we're getting in this movie. Okay, the Bardock we knew had the battle scars on, the Saiyans battle scars. He had on the pants, he had on the boots, he had the bandana, he had the scar. He's a badass. He's this very strong, very whoop your ass looking dude, and he's so different because it's like when you look at him and you look at Goku, you see two different people. Even though they look just alike, they look like two different people. Now this new Bardock, he got on regular Saiyan armor with the scar on his face, and he's just regular, right? He's not really standing out. The only thing that stands out about him is that, he looks like Goku, and he got a scar on his face. And it's like you're looking at it like, oh my God, like, what happened to the legendary Bardock? You gotta understand something. This Bardock has been around, the one we knew, for over 20 to 30 years. So this is the image of Bardock we've known for a long time. So when you come with Bardock and then you got him looking like this, this Saiyan guy, it's like, ooh, you're making people pretty angry. Now, I can understand pretty much where people are coming from when they're saying they're angry about what's going on with Bardock right now. But the whole thing is like, I'm more like sit back, I'm like, just chill for now. Because for all you know, Bardock probably is just like that whenever he has to be in front, like, like representing the Saiyans or with the Saiyans or something along those lines. And maybe regularly, that's how he operates. Or when he goes on missions, that's how he operates. So you never know. He just may be classic Bardock. Now, the whole thing is that when Bardock comes back, because he's coming back, and I know I should talk about this. I don't even know if I should talk about it now, but eventually Bardock is coming back. He's too popular of a character. He's just like Trunks and future Gohan. Bardock is one of those guys who people love a lot. Like, he is very popular. He is not a character that has been, everyone's like, I don't know if he's canon or not. Bardock is definitely canon. The thing is that you don't know if the events of the movies, because Bardock has two events, are canon or not. Now, when it comes down to it, he's had a situation where we had this Bardock episode. It's not really episodes, it's like a special or an hour or like a mini movie, and it gave some backstory to how he was and what happened, going to Frieza destroying planet Vegeta. Now, this is a very old special that came out years ago. All of us know about it. The real big Dragon Ball fans know about it. And this thing is that he was there and he did his thing and he died. And we didn't, and that's classic Bardock. And then we got this second episode that came probably 10 years later, 20 years later, 15 years later, where it was about him. It was a follow-up to that movie, and it was a special about him getting blasted. And he didn't die. He ended up in the past and ended up going Super Saiyan against Frieza's ancestor, known as Chill. And Bardock was technically becoming like the legendary Super Saiyan. So with that being said, you got to understand why this Bardock is a big thing. Why people are saying, why is he like this? And another thing about it is that, let me see. Well, yeah, Xenoverse 2 made a big deal out of Bardock. They call him Timebreaker Bardock or something like that. Yes. The classic Bardock again, like that's the Bardock. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes down to it, I understand why people are angry or why they're like, why, what's going on when it comes to Bardock. But just sit back for right now, because I think we're going to get that Bardock. Now, when it comes down to Goku and his father, Goku would talk to his dad about everything. Goku would talk to his dad about the fights. Now, if I had to be honest with you, Bardock would just want to hear his son talk. He would just want to hear anything his son has to say. That's what he would pretty much be like. But I think when it comes down to it, of course, you got to understand that there's a big story here. And I'm going to talk about the big story, and that is pretty much the Frieza and the Saiyans and all of that all together. So with that being said, and we're dealing with Frieza and the Saiyans, you got to understand that Bardock is there, and I'm pretty sure Bardock is going to want to hear about those fights. And what I mean by that is that Goku defeated Frieza, Vegeta defeated Frieza, and Trunks defeated Frieza. So with all that happening, there are different people that they would want to hear those stories. But then again, Bardock would want to hear about everything. So with these two meet each other again, which I know is going to happen one of these days, that's going to be some conversation. That's going to be some good talk. That's going to be these two just being there. And you're going to see a different Goku. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this is a Goku who's like, this is my dad. And the thing is with Goku is that we never got around him to see him with Grandpa Gohan. Like he was around him, he listened to him, but it was never a Grandpa Gohan thing where we've seen him grow up with Grandpa Gohan, or see him become like, how can I put this? Be around him a lot. When Goku grew up, I think Roshi is pretty much like the big father figure for Goku right now. Like that's the big one. There are other father figures. I want to say maybe Kame was a father figure. So whenever Piccolo shows up, there's like a sense of that's my brother, but then there's Kame in there. So it's that is there too. I want to say Roshi and Kame, but mainly Roshi. Roshi is like the father figure for Goku. And that was shown even in the Universal Tournament when Roshi was damn near in danger and he couldn't help Roshi. He went crazy because now a lot of people accuse Goku of not caring about anybody, and that's a lie, because I mean, if you've been watching Dragon Ball, Goku cares about everybody. He always has. And now when it comes down to it with him and Bardock meeting each other again, or him and Bardock talking with one another, would be a deep talk. And I wonder if his father is the same. Like, does Bardock want to fight? Does Bardock want to be powerful, get better? Was Bardock like that, or was Gen like that? Like, where does Goku get that fighting spirit from? Or is it more like he has that same fighting spirit, but it's changed in him to go from I'm gonna dominate you to I just want to fight you to be the best? So it's a scenario where him talking with his dad will be a big conversation. How would Bardock be? I don't know, because Bardock is, how can I put this? Bardock is, he's a Saiyan. The Bardock we know is a Saiyan. He's a Saiyan, dog. Like, he is not changing. He's not different. He is a Saiyan. He's that I'll beat you up, I'll kill you, I'll take you down type of dude. And the thing is that I'm not saying this new Bardock is not like that. I'm just saying that I wonder, like, is he like that? I'm wondering. But the Bardock we know is a Saiyan. Like, he's straight up them. Like, he's not no changed Goku or nothing. Now, the thing is that when he was in the movie special, he showed that he was a little different in terms of, he's not a Saiyan that's like, I can't do this. He actually sat back and looked at things for what they were, and he was a little different. And not only that, he was in with the special when he went Super Saiyan. He was in that special where he really didn't give a damn about what was happening to anybody. The only reason why he came was because he saw Chill, and Chill looked like Frieza, and he was pissed off, and he, beat him. But that whole thing about him is he's a straight up Saiyan, but it's like, he's a good dude, but it's like, really, he's a Saiyan. Like, yeah, like when it comes down to Bardock. So when it comes to the Bardock that we're going to be getting in the movie, I want to say more of the same. I don't really want Bardock to change. I want him to still be who he is. And, the Bardock in the movie, I'm just hoping, I hope he's not Jor-El. And for those of you who don't know who Jor-El is Superman's father. And I don't want this Bardock to be like, I'm telling you, Frieza's gonna destroy planet Vegeta. I think he really was saying that, but it was different. Jor-El was more like this scientist dude. And he was like, look, we need to leave because we're going to die. And Bardock was more like trying to tell everybody Frieza's going to destroy the planet, and even in the special. And with this one, he's probably going to do the same thing, but it may be a little differently. I just hope it's not like Jor-El. That's just pretty much what I'm trying to say. So when it comes down to it, Bardock and Bardock and Goku talking with one another, it would be good, man. These two talking, these two, you know, like I can finally get to see my son and all that. You know, he can wish them back. As a matter of fact, it might be a scenario at the end of the movie where they wish them back. They will get Bardock back. They will get Gen back. They will get King Vegeta back. It may be a scenario like that because this movie is like touching them. It's getting too close. It's like now we got to look at what we never really looked at before. Now we got to think about our dad. We got to think about our mom. We got to think about our family. We got to think about everybody. So it's a situation where they may come back, and this will make things will be different in terms of that. If that ever happens, it will be different. Trust me. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to Bardock and Goku, it'd be good, man. That's pretty much, it would be pretty, it'd be pretty good. But I just want to say it's your boy, Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Go right ahead and subscribe. Hit this notification bell. Like my other Dragon Ball content. And I just want to say to you, much love, much respect. Hold it down. And one. Hey.